first, let's talk about Romania. Romania is finding itself on the crossroads. Germany is certainly getting their act together, and France. Yeah, Germany seems to be getting their act together, but I'm worried about the AFD still. I'm still very worried about the AFD because so far, Germany, keep in mind, so far Germany has not really said anything substantial more than we need to be more independent from the United States. And a government that potentially has AFD in it is not a government that I'm comfortable trusting. Since once again, I would remind you that the AFD Alternative for Deutschland has said that Eastern Germany is Central Germany. So it does not accept the current borders with Poland, which means that if AFD had more control, potentially you would see preparation for a 3-day military special operation in Poland. Okay? So that's not a good thing. That is definitely not a good thing. But now Romania is at the crossroads. Romania is being heavily influenced by Russia because Russia has been influencing the countries in the region. Georgia, Romania, Germany has been split in two for a long time, actually. It's been a big problem. And the problem has been economic. It has been a problem since the very destruction of the German Wall. And Western Germany has unironically been very, how should I say, there's a resentment from Western Germany for having to fund the equalization between the two. You know, as much as I'm glad that Romania told Trump to um, get out of here over the Tate brothers, Romania is still not out of trouble. Romania has had to cancel its first round of elections over Russian intervention, and now Romania's far right parties file no confidence motion against pro European Union government. I thought that since a pro European Union government has formed, that Romania is more or less in safe territory. I thought, okay, Romania is okay, Romania is safe, Romania is not going to end up like Georgia because Georgia is in a really bad place. We're going to have to, sooner or later, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to do a little bit of a check in on Georgia. But in the meantime, let's see what's happening in Romania. Let's see what this no confidence motion against the pro European government is about. Because, well, things are not great. If Romania becomes a pro Russian country, then I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It would effectively mean that Poland would be the only Ukrainian neighbor that's pro Ukraine. Slovakia is anti Ukraine. Hungary is anti Ukraine. I don't think I have to talk about Belarus and Russia, okay? So we would be in a situation in which Poland would be the only friendly neighbor that Ukraine has. It's a horrible situation to be in. Three opposition far right parties in Romania have filed a motion of no confidence in the country's pro European coalition government, in a move likely to fail but also boost the party's profile ahead of a rerun presidential election, right? This is going to be a thing. This is a battle for the presidency. This is a battle for the hearts and minds of the people who will choose who the president will be. And this is the continuation of the effort to repeat the cancelled result of the election. The three factions won around 35% of the seats in the last December's parliamentary election, which is far too many for my liking. Capitalizing on popular anger with a centrist establishment mired in accusations of corruption. In Tuesday's no confidence motion, Romania's second largest party, the Alliance for Uniting Romanians, along with SOS Romania and the Young People's Party, accused the 2-month-old government of corruption and of losing credibility. Yeah, 2 months after taking the helm, the government, oh yeah, you're too corrupt. We already know that you're too corrupt 2 months into your governance. Yeah, which one? Political analysts expect the Social Democrat led coalition to survive the no confidence vote, but say it is another example of the far right parties flexing their muscles as Romania girds for a rerun of a cancelled presidential election. A reminder that this election has been cancelled over proven Russian meddling, and also a reminder that JD Vance has said in a speech that Romania should not have cancelled the presidential election result, should have just taken it, and should have complained on the international stage without the cancellation. That a far right NATO critic, Kalin Georgescu, had looked set to win. I'm kind of upset with Poland's president sucking up to Trump all the time. He was humiliated the other day, made to wait over an hour, and given only 10 minutes to speak to Trump. Duda came back, justifying Trump. Yeah, because Duda is at the end of the day a law and justice president. He's a far right president. Just keep that in mind. Andrzej Duda is not a great president. Before all this, he had a nickname, Pen, because all he was known for was to just sign bills by law and justice. Okay? Duda is not a person that you should like. So it's actually it's a legitimate sentiment to be upset at Andrzej Duda for the idiocy that he has displayed in his talk with Trump and also in his talk with Zelensky. Because let us remember, Duda also kept saying to Zelensky, "Yeah, just take it from Trump, just take it. Whatever happens, just take it." Because the US has such noble intentions, and I'm sure that Trump is such a good and noble man as well. All right. The three parties moved to impeach President Klaus Iohannis, a centrist who remained in post in a caretaker capacity, after the cancellation of the presidential election prompted him to resign this month to avoid casting Romania into an extended foreign policy crisis and further boosting the far right. The Speaker of Parliament is now acting head of state until the planned rerun of the presidential election in May. Yes, the Law and Justice Party, or PiS, is far right. It still exists and is still far right. Not as far right as the Confederacy Party, but pretty far right nonetheless. Pretty far right nonetheless. Last year's presidential contest was cancelled after Georgescu's victory in the first round on November 24th prompted accusations of Russian interference, denied by Moscow. Oh wow, what a shock that Russia would deny directly interfering in the presidential election of Romania. What do people expect for Moscow to say, "Oh yeah, we did it. We don't care. Screw you. We of course we did it, and we'll do it again." What is the expected response from Russia? What was the expected reaction exactly? All right, let's see. Blah 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 blah. Russia denied, of course. That finally led to the annulment of the entire ballot. And yes, the Russian interference has been actually proven. So Russia can deny it. The evidence is clear. Members of US President Donald Trump's administration have sharply criticized Romania for annulling its election. US Vice President JD Vance said the cancellation meant Romania does not share American values. Because you know what? When there's proven interference in your presidential elections, you should just take it. You shouldn't do anything about it. Makes you question the 2016 elections, but we're not gonna get into that. While billionaire Elon Musk labeled the chief judge of the top court that annulled the vote a tyrant, because again, if foreign interference into your presidential election is proven and you do something about it, you're a tyrant and you don't share the values of the United States. I mean, it is certainly true that by canceling those election results, Romania does not share the American values of the current Trump administration. I would certainly agree with that. Musk has previously reposted Georgescu's comments as well as podcasts by right wing hosts such as Alex Jones, that featured the Romanian politician. That's totally not American interference, right? Of course not. Of course not. Elon Musk does not interfere in European politics at all. Georgescu, who has praised Romania's 1930s fascist leaders and expressed admiration for both the US and Russian presidents, remains voters' top choice for the presidency according to opinion polls. So Romania is not out of the woods, in other words. We might see a pro Russian, anti Ukrainian president in Romania. Just so you know, that is the world that we are inhabiting right now. That is unfortunately the reality that we have come to inhabit, as sad as it is.